알아. 될 놈인지 안 될 놈인지.
너 그 감독이랑 아는 사이 아니야?
아니에요.
게스트 특집이야 오늘.
안녕하세요, 주희재 씨.
아니 너 어디서부터 어디까지 계획한 거야?
했으면 네 꿈 돌려줄게. 원한다면 첫사랑까지도. 또 영화 감독이 되고 싶어. 너처럼. 내가
안녕하세요 제 프로.
네가 그래서 안 되는 거야. 형 딱 보면
Welcome back to Kdramas Decoded, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Episode 2 begins by taking us back to 2011 when Subin and Lee Yi are still in school. The two of them are filming a zombie movie with other students. Lee Yi encourages Subin to operate the camera because she loves the unique feeling his shots capture. While filming, Subin can't help watching Lee Yi and quietly admits to himself that he wants to know everything about her, what kind of world she sees, what she dreams about, and what makes her happy. Their fun is interrupted when a security guard catches them filming on school grounds. The teacher punishes the students and scolds them for wasting time instead of studying. Lee Yi boldly declares that she wants to become a film director because that's what she's good at, but the teacher dismisses her dream and even hits her, refusing to take her seriously. Later, the pair spend time together at the market, filming everyday moments. Subin buys food to take home for his mother, and Lee Yi tells him he's a good son. When he asks about her own family, she admits she doesn't get along with her mother. Lee Yi secretly takes Subin into the underground room beneath her mother's restaurant, where they watch the zombie film they made together. Impressed by his work, she praises his filming skills. Inspired by her passion, Subin confesses that he no longer wants to become a doctor. Instead, he wants to become a film director just like her. Lee Yi warns him that achieving that dream won't be easy, but Subin says he doesn't mind. Before meeting her, he never cared about movies, but through her he's discovered a warm, funny world that he wants to be part of. Not long afterwards, Lee Yi watches several of Subin's videos by herself, showing that her feelings for him are beginning to grow as well. Time passes, and Lee Yi wins the grand prize at the Bunam Youth Film Festival. During her acceptance speech, she says that although people ask what she wants to become, she's always known the answer. She was born to be a film director. When the host asks whether any family members are there to congratulate her, no one responds. But just then, Subin arrives carrying flowers and proudly congratulates her himself. The two celebrate together on the beach. Lee Yi reveals a secret. She decided to become a director after winning her very first filmmaking prize in 6th grade. She worries that her dream is too big compared to what she's accomplished so far, but Subin reassures her that every great achievement begins with small steps. Then, in a heartfelt confession, he admits that his feelings for her have grown into a dream of their own. Embarrassed but happy, Lee Yi suggests they keep making films together, and the two enjoy a carefree day by the sea. That night, reality hits both of them. Subin witnesses his strict father violently scolding an employee and reminding everyone that mistakes are never tolerated in his family. At the same time, Lee Yi returns home to discover that her mother has thrown all of her precious videotapes outside, calling them worthless junk. Lee Yi begs her mother to stop, explaining that she just won a major film award and has never asked for expensive things or special treatment. She only wants permission to chase her dream. Her mother reluctantly allows her to keep the tapes, but only inside her own room. Later, Subin finds Lee Yi crying. They sit together by the beach, where Lee Yi talks about the story of the fox and the sour grapes. She says that unlike the fox, she refuses to give up on something she truly wants, even if it costs her everything. Subin promises that whenever she needs help, she only has to call him and he'll always come running. He vows to be the person she can lean on. Back at her room, the two continue editing their zombie movie. Lee Yi jokes that the film is missing one important ingredient, romance. She teases Subin by suggesting they practice with a kiss. Although he's clearly tempted, he refuses, saying that once they both get into film school, he'll give her their first kiss. Until then, he doesn't trust himself to stop at just one. They continue writing scripts and dreaming about the future together. The story then returns to the present day. Lee Yi is filming a television program dressed as a farmer when an unexpected guest appears, Subin, holding flowers. She immediately asks producer Kang why he invited him. During preparations for the interview, her colleagues gossip about Subin's mysterious first love. Lee Yi pretends she knows nothing, but accidentally reveals she's read about it online, making everyone suspicious. Before filming begins, Lee Yi privately questions Subin about why he has suddenly appeared after so many years. He simply answers, "To see you." He even notices she's nervous because she keeps biting her lip, a habit only someone who knew her well would remember. Flustered, Lee Yi warns him not to cause trouble during the interview. On the show, Subin explains that he's returned to Korea because he wants to make a romance film called Jeongseong Love Song. The title instantly shocks Lee Yi because it reminds her of the screenplay they once dreamed of creating together. Meanwhile, another storyline unfolds. Yoojin desperately visits talent agencies searching for acting work, but is insulted and rejected by producer Kang, who tells him he simply doesn't have star potential. Elsewhere, actress Hana struggles under the pressure of her controlling mother, who constantly criticizes her weight and appearance. During a movie promotion event, Hana jokingly teases her co-star Song Yeon about dating, then later tricks him into thinking she's reporting his rude comments to her mother, leaving him completely panicked. Back on set, Subin and Lee Yi continue filming together. Their old sour grapes conversation comes up again, but this time they argue over what the story really means. Lee Yi insists that sometimes people truly have no choice but to walk away, while Subin believes they should always ask someone for help instead of giving up. The conversation is clearly about more than grapes, it's about what happened between them years ago. Later, Lee Yi sews a missing button back onto Subin's shirt. She offers to sell him the screenplay they once wrote together, believing he only cares about the ending. But Subin refuses. He says the script is meaningless unless they create it together. If she believes he stole her dream, he'll gladly return it. He even jokes about giving her back her old boyfriend before leaning in as though to kiss her, reminding her they're no longer high school students. Shocked and angry, Lee Yi smacks him with the bouquet and storms away. Another flashback finally reveals why they separated. For almost 2 weeks, Lee Yi repeatedly visits Subin's house, but he never comes outside. Finally, one rainy day, he appears and tells her that he's giving up filmmaking, returning to the path his father wants for him. He plans to become a doctor and move to America. Lee Yi refuses to believe him. She shows him the unfinished screenplay they wrote together and tells him the ending still belongs to both of them. She leaves the script in his hands and promises she'll wait for his answer. As Lee Yi prepares to leave town by bus, she waits desperately for Subin to arrive, but he never comes. Believing he's chosen America over their shared dream, she gets off the bus one last time. While running back, she drops her hairband. As she turns to pick it up, she's struck in a devastating accident. After emergency surgery, her family fears the worst, but Lee Yi survives. She endures painful rehabilitation until she's finally able to walk again. Back in the present, everyone is talking about Lee Yi and Subin's televised reunion. Their interview goes viral, leaving both families shocked to see them together again. Lee Yi later confides in Yoojin about Subin's offer to return her dream. Yoojin encourages her not to throw away her future because she once wanted to become a film director more than anything. But Lee Yi insists that filmmaking is no longer her dream. Producer Kang eventually confronts Lee Yi after realizing she has known Subin since their school days. Instead of being upset, he sees a business opportunity. He orders Lee Yi to recruit Subin before another agency signs him. In return, he'll finally give her own production team a dedicated television slot. But if she fails, she shouldn't bother coming back. With no other choice, Lee Yi travels to Bunam village and nervously stands outside Subin's house. She almost loses the courage to knock before finally forcing herself to do it. The door opens, and a surprised Subin accidentally splashes water all over her. And that's where episode 2 comes to an end.